You guys have been asking, and I'm here to deliver. Time to watch Betfas push once again with 3.0 Expo. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Alright, in our first game, Betfas going against Homelander. I am within 30 seconds late, but we didn't miss much. It looks like Homelander is playing E-Giant, I'm pretty sure. Evo Cage, Evo Baby Dragon, Barbell. I think it is going to be E-Giant. And yeah, Betfas just went Archer's Tesla here and went with this Knight. Of course, cycling to those Evos. And he cycles a Log and Fireball onto that Evos. That is pretty aggressive, but I think he knows it's E-Giant. And okay, Hero Dark Prince as well from Homelander just goes in the back, and we'll see what Betfas does here. Probably just splits Archers, or yeah, there goes E-Spirit and then Archers. Tornado here from Homelander, and we might see Skelly surrounding the Dark Prince. Does he pop the ability? He does, and I think, okay, Betfas has to go with the Log, and he will have to Fireball really late there, taking that Rhino hit. So that is pretty unfortunate there, but good ability from Homelander. And we see a Baby Dragon in the back. His next Baby Dragon will be Evo as well. And I think his last two cards are obviously going to be E-Giant and the Lightning. And Evo Cage here in the middle. And Betfas is going to be back to his Evo Archers. And now that is his Tesla. So he's going to have Evo Archers and Evo Tesla. And E-Giant here, Homelander, not even in the back, just on the side there. And we do see an Expo here. Dark Prince comes down from Homelander. Might see a Knight in front of this Dark Prince. No, the Dark Prince charges into the Expo and he pops ability, but nice Evo Archers there, fully DPSing the E-Giant. And we see a Log as well. Very nice defense there, and these Evo Archers are still alive. Probably see a Barb Barrel on top of the Evo Archers. And that is, yeah, that's a good defense. And another Expo here on the right side. Ice no E-Giant and Cycle, so I think now he's back to E-Giant, and he'll probably get it down. But he goes with the Lightning, so a nice Knight Archers to pressure opposite lane here. And he's got nothing. He has to go with the Cage, but an early ability here from Betfas, but he does get the Log down, and then he has to go with the Dark Prince. Homelander with a nice defense that could have gone through, and we'll just see like Skelly's here to take out this Dark Prince as well. Barbaro comes through. Does he pop ability? He does. Homelander with these last second abilities, very scary. But Betfas with the middle Evo Tesla just to take that out. Unfortunately, having to use the Evo Tesla. And we see another Fireball, so Betfas might actually have to end up Fireball cycling. We'll see how he proceeds here. Evo Baby Dragon, might see an E-Giant. Yep, here comes the E-Giant with this Evo Baby Dragon, and this E-Giant is just going to start walking super fast. He's probably going to have to get back to another Tesla immediately. There you go. There's a Tesla, but the ability, of course, a Rhino. But nice Evo Archers low to fully DPS and take all of that out. And oh my god, that Rhino nearly hit the tower, but not quite. And now we have a really good push here. Goes with an Expo in the same lane. And yeah, of course, Homelander going to go with the Lightning on top of all that. Does get the tower as well. But a nice E-Spirit and a Fireball comes down. And Betfas up like around a Fireball. But Lightning does do more than Fireball. So E-Giant in the back. Might cycle to an Expo opposite lane. Of course, we do see an Expo on this right side. Dark Prince to block. And the Baby Dragon could end up getting a lock, but I think the E-Giant will be back in range, and he pops the Rhino ability, of course, and goes with the NATO. So he's spending a lot on that Expo. So we'll just see a Tesla, and that's going to be a nice defense from Betfas. That's all he needed to place, because Homelander really not wanting that Expo to connect on tower, and Betfas is just going to throw another Fireball on the tower. Homelander, of course, with another E-Giant, and this is going to be a really tough push defense, but we do see nice high Archers and a defensive Fireball as well to kill that Baby Dragon, E-Spirit, and a Knight up high, and a nice anti-Lightning Tesla. Homelander just cycles a Lightning on the tower. Betfas is going to have to get a few Fireballs down to make sure he doesn't lose, and we just see an E-Giant plus Dark Prince in the back. And I think Betfas, if he gets back to one more Fireball, he does win. But it depends if Homelander can get back to two Lightnings. This is literally just going to be a spell cycle. NATO comes here. Oh, wait, this E-Giant has to get to another Tesla. Do we see a Lightning on the Teslas? Yes, we do. Homelander knows he can't win the spell cycle, but very nice Knight there. Archers as well for the Rhino. Log comes down, and that is going to be a very nice win from Betfas. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Alright, in our next game, and Betfas is going against Phonx. And Phonx, yeah, we saw in our last video, playing Mega Knight, kind of bridge spam type deck with the Evo Inferno Dragon and the freeze. So Bomber and then Mini Pekka, and then just goes with the Battle Ram at the bridge here, and a nice Knight there to make sure that Battle Ram goes towards the Tesla. E-Spirit as well. Mini Pekka ability from Phonx, but Skelly's Law comes down from Betfas, and that is a good defense off the start. Very aggressive from Phonx. But okay, we do see Inferno Dragon cycled in the back as well. Might just split archers, or maybe just go on archers on top of the Inferno Dragon. Yeah, so he's just going to go on archers same lane for that Inferno Dragon. Mother Witch as well for Phonx. And yeah, as you guys have probably noticed, but the quality should be a lot better than last time, guys. Hopefully last time wasn't that bad, but this time should be much better. So enjoy it while it lasts. I'm joking, it's gonna be like this from now on. But yeah, so Bomber as well, and Phonx just cycling cards. Betfas playing really passive as well, knowing he has Mega Knight, of course. So nice Skellies at the bridge, and then archers, and there is the Mega Knight. Zap comes down from Phonx, and the Mini Pekka fortunately in front, so the tower can target it. A nice Knight, and the ability comes down, so the Mini Pekka is gonna hit. So Betfas has to pop his Knight ability as well to make sure this Mega Knight does die, and that is a good defense. Once again, still has not taken any damage, and if he wants, he can pretty much play like this all game. But notice how he's not even, like, he knows what deck he's playing, but he's not going in aggressive at all. He's just making sure he's playing solid defense and waiting either for his Evos or a nice kind of push. And now he's got his Evo Archer, so he decides to go in offensive Expo on that right lane, and we do see a Mega Knight here from Phonx, and this is overall a good matchup. A nice Evo Archer gets 2 hits, and Knight comes down. Very nice Knight. You might see a Fireball, but he goes with the Knight ability and barely catching that Mother Witch, and it might see a connection, but Phonx has to go with the freeze, and we see an Expo opposite lane. Zap as well, and he's not going to have anything. And perfectly timed Skellies as well. Look at that reaction time as well, making sure to get those Skellies down. And we do see a very nice Expo connection on that left lane there, and E-Spirit plus Knight there to reset that Evo Inferno Dragon, because we do not want to get caught lacking with the Inferno Dragon on our tower, and then Phonx going with the freeze last second or something. But a nice Expo in the inside tile, so of course it'll target that Mega Knight in case, kind of just splitting up the push. He's not really going for an Expo connection. I think he knows like it won't lock, but he's just trying to kind of split up his push, and a very nice King Tower activation there from Betfas with the Evo Archers for that Inferno Dragon. But the Mini Pekka, and has to go with Skelly's last second. That was a little scary, but perfect defense. And now, I mean, Betfas doesn't even have to go in. He can just defend, especially with that King Tower activated. It should be pretty easy for the rest of the game. A Tesla middle here. Might just see a Knight for the Archers. A Mega Knight here. There's a Knight. Log on top of that. Fireball for the Mother Witch. Mini Pekka. Skellies for the Mini Pekka is what I was trying to say. And that is going to be just a very clean defense. Pretty straightforward, I would say. Nothing too special, to be honest. I think this is it's definitely not too difficult. I think the one thing that might get hard is when obviously they get to their Evo Bataram and Evo Inferno Dragon, because then you need your freeze. But Evo Tesla here, Betfas from Betfas, Knight in front, and then just log cycle. Very simple. Archers DPSing the Mega Knight and that Inferno Dragon, perfectly killing it. A nice Tesla, and we 50 seconds left in triple elixir. Betfas deciding to go in with an Expo at the same time. Phonx goes with the Mega Knight in the back. Of course, that's very unfortunate timing, and Phonx has to go with the freeze as well. And I think this Expo might lock onto the tower. No, it locks onto that Mega Knight instead. But nice Archers Knight there. Evo Tesla is high as well, and Phonx still has not gone any troop damage, only spell damage on Betfas towers. And we see a defensive Expo here, just making sure his defense is solid. And there's just no way Phonx is going to break through with 12 seconds left, and this is just going to be an absolute perfect game overall. 5 seconds left. Knight here just deciding to just pressure as much as he can, and that is going to be GG's once again. Perfect. I mean, I guess he did take that Mega Knight damage on his King Tower, so maybe not perfect, but his Princess Towers did not suffer any sort of damage. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, we are in our next game going against Santiago DZ. Barb Barrel and then Baby Dragon in the back. And Betfas just goes with an Expo here. And it looks like he is facing Balloon Freeze. So this is a pretty good matchup. But in case you like choke it against this match or maybe even struggle sometimes, this is how you play it. So it looked like Betfas was trying to get a King Tower activation there. Or maybe just misplaced his Knight and went with the ability, but he's going to be down Elixir, especially after this Inferno Dragon going to take out this Knight. But we might see a hit on top of the tower. So yeah, Santiago goes with the Knight to make sure he doesn't take any sort of Knight damage. And Betfas goes with the archers in the back behind his Princess Tower like that. That was very interesting. I have not seen that before. And Santiago gets a nice NATO. And this is a little sketchy here, but I think the Tesla will be able to take all of that out. And he only takes one bowler hit on the tower, so not too bad. So this is a pretty good matchup. I mean, it's definitely not too difficult because they don't have anything for your archers. As long as you keep your archers alive and protect them really well, there's pretty much no way. Same thing for the Teslas. If you're able to manage to kind of keep those archers and Tesla alive, there's just no way they're ever going to get a balloon connection. I guess if they had like hero bowler, they could get like a bowler NATO, but Santiago running the hero knight version. So yeah, this is the pretty good matchup. You do see this a lot on lower ladder as well. This is a pretty kind of known deck that everyone plays. But yeah, E-Spirit here from Betfas. Knight. Wait, how did that Knight go towards the E-Spirit, but the E-Spirit didn't see the Knight? And it does end up going the left lane, which is pretty fortunate. And the Evo Tesla kind of off to the side, so Santiago doesn't get a bowler connection on the tower. Now we see an Expo left lane. Santiago has no ground cards in cycle, so a very smart Expo there, knowing that he won't have anything to block. But a freeze last second, and I think Betfas might have to go with a Tesla. No, he goes Fireball last second. And takes one balloon hit, which is unfortunate, but a good Knight ability on the right side. So now he actually has the option of going in the right lane as well. Yeah, that's sometimes good to make sure to split up your damage so then you can go to the right. But we see a Baby Dragon Evo and a balloon to push that balloon off to the side. The Tesla wouldn't have pulled it, so Betfas has to go with an Expo to pull it in. And then a nice Fireball comes down to kill everything. We'll have to see the Skellies here on that Knight. Very nice timing right after the bomb blew up as well. And yeah, pretty standard. A Knight ability last second. Of course, he'll have to get his Knight down. And then bowler here. Might see archers or Tesla to snipe the bowler. I wouldn't be surprised. But no, goes with the Expo. And then archers, but a good prediction by Santiago. But then a perfect Knight ability as well to catch that Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon dies. And then we see a Tesla for the balloon. That was just a very good sequence overall for both players, to be honest. But that Knight ability just coming in clutch all the time. That's why really make sure to use those Knight abilities wisely, guys. And then Knight in back plus archers here, just throwing stuff in the back, making sure you have stuff on the board. I think that's one thing a lot of players don't necessarily do well, is they don't cycle the cards enough or smart. And misplaced Tesla here, not misplaced, but I think the balloon got pushed, and the Evo Drag, and this is the scary push here. Might have to get a last second Fireball and everything. Does take a balloon hit, but it won't really matter because of course both towers are going to be the same HP, and Betfas is up like 1,000 on the left hand side. So good by Betfas not to like panic or anything, placing a Tesla on top. Just went archers low and then fireballed everything to make sure to kill. And of course, Santiago goes in again with the evil Baby Dragon and the balloon, but 2 Teslas are on the board, plus those evil archers. I mean, that is just a bad push. So we do see an Expo on the left side from Betfas, and I do not see Santiago defending this. Has to get the bowler and then the freeze. Does the bowler hit the Expo? It does. Wow, the bowler range is kind of insane. And of course, a NATO here as well. So Betfas is just going to set up a Tesla and then go Expo other side to pull the balloon. Santiago trying to push that balloon, so watch out for those plays. A lot of good balloon players will try and kind of force the balloon around your buildings, but that is going to be a very nice win from Betfas. And yeah, hope you guys learned something from this game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, in our next game, I did miss the first 20 seconds, but Colin here just went with the Ghost in the back. Betfas responded with the E-Spirit Knight. And now we have the Archer Queen. And then Betfas went Tesla in the middle. And it looks like Colin's going to be playing some sort of bridge spam deck. Goes with the pump in the back. So we do see an Expo to pressure from Betfas. Nice E-Spirit there. And then Skellies as well. Tesla will pop up. And a perfectly timed log there for that Battle Ram. And we will see a very nice connection from the start right away here. That is one play you can make. You can also decide to go Fireball on the pump, but we see a nice Fireball there for those Barbarians, and none of the Barbarians actually hit. Bandit last second here, and we're just going to probably see a Knight here for the Bandit, and that is a very good start. Of course, this really interesting bridge spam deck, I mean, usually you might see like 3M or something, but he's going to have like the Queen and the evil Barbarians as well, so we're going to see how Betfas just defends this absolute onslaught of bridge spam, but we'll see if he fireballs the next pump. Wow. Okay, Colin with an opposite lane Battle Ram, and this is going to be tough. We might see a Knight here ability, but no, he's just going to take all of this Queen damage and has to go log because that is going to be a lot of damage. He's still up. Bandit here at the bridge as well from Colin. And he just goes Knight. So very good on Betfas not to spend his Knight like for those Barbarians. Just kind of just goes Skellies on it. Because then I don't think he would have the Elixir for the Bandit. And he would have just taken a lot of damage. So split Evo Archers here. And Colin has the arrows, which is actually pretty unfortunate. Has to get an Evo Tesla in the middle. And then Knight, of course, to block. Might see an ability, of course. Whenever they pop a Queen ability, you do normally want to pop your Knight ability because it will pretty much counter that. And that is a good defense here from Betfas. And Colin just going to set up once again. Might go pump or... Yeah, so he's going to set up with a pump in the back. Do we see a Fireball on it? No, Betfas is going to go in again. Trying to predict evil... trying to predict the Barbarians, but Colin's... probably knowing he was going to do that, just decided to go Queen ability Bandit on top of the Expo, and that would have been really good. But unfortunately now Betfas is down even more Elixir than before. So Colin gets another pump, and Betfas just going to pressure again, trying to take the tower. Colin goes with Battle Ram. Archers hide a snipe, of course, and the Queen gets down. Might see an ability here from Betfas to tank for that, and might see Queen ability ends right before the Expo connects. Arrows as well for Colin, and just gonna log this nice log there, pushing it into the Tesla to make sure that Bandit dies, and then a nice high Tesla to take care of this Battle Ram. And he's just gonna Skellies here for these Barbarians, of course. And we see a Knight in the back mirroring the Ghost with the Knight. Always a good play. Queen as well behind that Ghost. Split Evo Archers because, you know, this is a pretty opposite lane, like a split lane kind of deck probably. I mean, we might see like Bandit. Yeah, there's the Bandit on the Evo Archer, but good timing. Skellies right away, and then gets another Knight and ability, of course, for that Queen. And here comes a Ghost Battle Ram. Evo as well in the back. And Betfas is down a lot of Elixirs. These pumps have been just pumping Elixir. So E-Spirit as well. Very nice E-Spirit kind of resetting. But the Tesla doesn't stay up. So this Battle Ram is on its own. And a very nice Fireball on all that stuff. Knight as well for that Queen. And then a Tesla again. Wow, what a defense. I mean, that was very nice. Did not panic. Just took the Fireball value. Skellies here as well. Archers in the middle. Just getting all of his cards down. And not even just bad placements as well. Really good placements. The Bandit does dash, but the Evo Tesla and the Skellies, I mean, he is just getting every card down and defending this bridge spam really well. A Knight here in the middle for that Bandit. Log on top of the Barbarians. Not even needed, but a nice King Tower activation with that E-Spirit as well. Gets the Tesla in the middle, and now Colin has no pumps on the board. This just should be a pretty easy defense for the rest. A nice Fireball on that Ghost Barbarians. Log on top, and he just needs to get back to another Knight for this all this stuff. Maybe just Tesla this. You don't even have to. Gets a Fireball down, and that is a very clean win from Betfas. Perfect defense, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In our next game, going against Lundex Play, giving him the good luck. Split Archers, Pekka in the back first play. Does he have Expo? Of course he'll go Expo opposite. And this should be really good. Has the Evo Knight as well. So what is Lundex playing? I don't even know what this is. I thought it was going to be bridge spam at first, but has the barb barrel as well, and then goes zap, so defends his expo really easily. And now he has to deal with this Pekka. Might just see yeah, just Tesla here, and then what in the world? Little Prince snipes the Tesla. Has to go archers low here for that Pekka. And then arrows comes down immediately. Good arrows, but these skeletons will take out the Little Prince. So I still have no idea what his win condition is. I mean, it might just be he still has an Evo, so it could be like Battle Ram, but what in the world is he playing? Anyway, I guess he knew he could have defended the expo considering what he had. But okay, Hero Mega Minion as well. I mean, this is such an interesting combinations of cards. Betfas and Knight in the back. Hero Mega Minion is really annoying as well because you feel like you can't place any cards. Knight is pretty safe, but you just have to watch out for the ability, of course. And just cycling the zap is Lundex, and that Tesla should take care of the Knight. Evil Archer split in the back from Betfas. Goes with the Little Prince sniping the Tesla once again. And I think we might be able to get some good offensive pressure. Betfas going with an Expo. Very nice there. E-Spirit to kill that Little Prince and Skellies, but a nice arrows. But the Knight right away expecting those arrows and the ability last second. But Lundex gets to the Evo Knight, and this Expo will not get any sort of damage on the tower. There's just no way. So Betfas going to reset, go his archers in the middle to take care of this Barbarian, and the Evo Knight could go with another Expo with this archer, but might not go with it. Yeah, he's just going to stay passive. I still don't know what his win con is. He's just going to cycle his fireball. I think Betfas knows he's like not going to get a connection. But we do see a Pekka in the back. So Betfas is going to go with archers and then an Expo to make sure this Mega Minion, not archers, but the Skellies, to make sure the Mega Minion doesn't target onto the Expo, so he can't pop ability. And then Little Prince comes down for that, the rest of that Expo. Of course, this Evo Tesla is going to help out on everything. A Knight on top of the Little Prince, and it's Ram Rider. Okay, so he has the Ram Rider. That is pretty fun. I guess that makes sense. I mean, this is just a really weird deck, but a nice gets back to another Tesla, and wow, Mega Minion ability goes towards the King Tower, and that is going to be very fortunate for Betfas. Just decides to go with an Expo as well. Evil Archers to snipe that Knight. DPS and a really quick fireball there. Last second, Expo is going to connect onto the tower. Wow, Skelly's here for that barb, but a nice zap from Lundex. But that is going to be a really good connection, and I don't even think we need another connection. He might just start going Expo's opposite to split up the push if Lundex does go with the Pekka in the back, which I'm kind of expecting. But Mega Minion here, so he just goes with the Knight in the back, and there's the Pekka. I'm expecting to see an Expo. Of course, he'll go Expo in that inside tile as well, because the Mega Minion will go towards the Tesla, and the Tesla can snipe the Mega Minion. But then just goes with those good arrows as well. This Evo Knight just tanking everything. The Expo is still alive, forcing out a bar barrel, and that is why we see the Expo a really good log, making sure he can't snipe the Tesla with the Little Prince, and then just goes fireball on that Ram Rider as well. Very good prediction from Betfas. That is just very smart, because Little Prince is similar to like the Musketeer. If it's like one tile away from the bridge, it can't snipe, and it has to walk all the way around. So well played by Betfas. Sees a Tesla middle, and splitting archers in the back, getting the Knight down as well, making sure that the Mega Minion is always on top of the Knight, because the Knight just stays alive for so long, so it won't be able to kind of dash onto anything else. But good cycling from Betfas. We're going to see an Expo on this left side, of course, seeing the Pekka in the back on the right, but I think he does have the Evo Knight. And wow, Lundex just tanking all of that damage, just going all in, and he'll probably just zap this, yeah, to reset it on the Evo Knight. But that is insane. Archers in the back there from Betfas, and we see another Tesla. Look at that Ram Rider jumping across the whole globe to get to that other Tesla. That is insane and unexpected at the same time. We had to see a log here from Betfas, and this is getting a little scary, but there's 10 seconds left. As long as Betfas can kind of defend and not take too much damage from this Mega Minion, Evo Tesla comes down to make sure, and yeah, we're going to be okay. But that was just really a strange interaction, but Betfas does manage to win, and that is going to be very nice. And we'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, we are in our next game going against Falcony. This will be the final game of the video. Falcony with the Snowball and the Boss Bandit. So it will be, I think, a double Bandit Bridge Spam with that Evo XC and like a Hog Rider. Even sometimes they run Ram Rider as well. I think normally it's Ram Rider, but I think Falcony runs the Hog Rider. So yeah, this is a really annoying deck to face. I think it is Expo matchup, but it is not an easy deck to face. It is really easy to choke because of those Boss Bandit, because of the Boss Bandit ability and the just all of that dashing and the spam. So we see a Hog Rider on top of the Expo. Betfas just goes with the Tesla to take care of that, and yeah, so he's gonna be back to his Evo Tesla, which is pretty fortunate right away. Yeah, me personally, I need to know how to play this matchup as well because I struggle a lot against this. It's just really, really annoying. And we see an Executioner in the back. I mean, probably if he gets back to an Expo, we might see him go on the left side. If not, okay, no, he's just gonna cycle his archers and just defend this well. Of course, Falcony will get a Boss Bandit in front, and we're going to see a nice Night Fireball and the ability there to take out everything. Bandit dashes onto the Archer, but then we got to see an E-Spirit here for that Executioner. Xe still does get a hit, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. Good defense overall because it's not easy to defend against this deck. The DPS is kind of insane. Like when you place your Knight, both Boss Bandit and Bandit are dashing, it dies like immediately, so you gotta watch out for that. Anyway, we see a Royal Ghost here from Falcon. Split Evo Archers for Betfas, of course, and see maybe he can get some sort of connection. We might see Skellies, yeah, Skellies for that Ghost, and then a nice Evo Tesla up high as well. Do we see an Expo opposite here, or he just defends this, and maybe he goes in after he defends? Maybe, yeah, Skelly's here for that Boss Bandit. He's going to go XE up top. Good XE to kill that Tesla, I mean. And then, yeah, we see the Knight for the Bandit, and then a Log to kill that. Of course, that XE lines up, bro. That XE range is insane, but it pretty much evens out the tower. Well, it literally makes it the exact same, because XE got a hit on both towers, but... okay, Evo Ghost coming here. He's going to have to cycle back to another Knight, but actually a really good Knight kiting that Ghost to the opposite lane. And then he's going to split up his Bandit, so this is going to be pretty easy to defend. Skellies for the Bandit, and then E-Spirit for that Boss Bandit. And I think here he's going to get a really good Knight there. Bandit walks towards the Knight, and we might see an offensive Expo here. If that Bandit doesn't dash, okay, no offensive Expo, just a Tesla high, and he's just defending perfectly because I personally probably would have gone by. Okay, here's an Expo after that Boss Bandit there, and I'm gonna make sure that Boss Bandit dies. Goes with the Knight. Hog Rider Snowball right away from Falcon, but the Tesla and the Log are DPSing that Hog Rider. Good timed guards there. And then we're gonna see an Expo opposite lane here, probably a Boss Bandit, or okay, no, Evo Exian cycle. And then a nice Evo Tesla to reset that Executioner. Skelly's really fast to make sure that Bandit dashes onto the Skellies, and then Hog Rider here, but the Evo Tesla is still up, and we see a nice E-Spirit Log, but unfortunately the Expo dies, but not before it gets a bunch of damage, and even that Knight on the right side. So now Betfas is up a ton of damage, so realistically he can defend the rest of the game. He just has to watch out for the Lightnings, because I think the last card is Lightning for Falcony. He's just going to go with an Expo on the right side, and then Evo Archers here. Oh wait, that's kind of perfect. He was trying to catch the Xe. Wait, really good Tesla catching the Bandit. Evo Archers are going to stay alive and kill that Executioner. He's going to go Expo on the left side now, and he has to go with the defensive Hog Rider, which is honestly a good sign right away. Hog Rider actually jumps, so Expo locks into the guards, and then a Fireball onto that Executioner and the tower. Archers high to kill that Ghost, and that is a really nice defense, and the Expo might actually connect for one hit. Nice. Okay, we'll take the one hit, I guess. Nice Knight Tesla there. Boss Bandit walks towards the Knight, and we see a high Lightning right away, but the Betfas is just ready for it. Gets the Skellies and the Archers to DPS, and then sets up with another Evo Tesla, and there's 15 seconds left. Falcony's giving a good game, and that is going to be a very clean win for Betfas there. I mean, he's just placing cards so fast, so hope you guys enjoyed that, and that is going to be pretty much wrap up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and sub. If you want to see more, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.